At this point in the pre-fast series, you've probably noticed something. There isn't only one way to fast. There are water fasts, there are juice fasts, there are modified fasts. You have countless options, and one of the most important decisions you'll make before starting a fast of this length is this: which method will actually support me for weeks, not days? This is video number 16 of the pre-fast video series, where we spend 10 minutes per day learning one strategy to prepare for our 3-week fast. There's also a free pre-fast book where you'll find the action steps for all of the videos in the series. The link is in the description. Today, I want to talk about why I use the Breuss fasting method since the very beginning, almost 30 years ago, and how it compares to other approaches. No matter which fasting method you choose, long fasts always bring up two main challenges: hunger and how to sustain being without food for such a period of time, aka the ups and downs of every fast. Most people worry about the hunger first, but in my experience, hunger is rarely what ends a fast. Instability is. Your fast will be riddled with mood swings, energy crashes, mental overwhelm. The feeling of "this is too much" will be your constant companion. That's where the fasting method itself matters. Now let's talk about water fasting for a moment. Water fasting can work, especially for shorter fasts, but over longer periods, many people experience stronger hunger waves, more dramatic energy drops, increasing stress on the nervous system, or a greater tendency to push instead of listen. Which, if you think about it, makes sense. We are only putting water into our body, and this water flushes out toxins as well as good stuff, which are vitamins, minerals, and other nutrients. And for that reason, water fasts are not designed for longer periods, such as 3 or a 6-week fast. Now, for some people, the intensity of a water fast is manageable, but for many, it becomes the reason they stop early. And this was me as well. The Breuss fasting method was designed especially for long fasts. Its core idea is simple: support the body fast just enough to stay stable while still resting digestion. Instead of water, the Breuss method includes small amounts of vegetable juice, herbal teas, and clear onion soup. Water is not recommended since it doesn't bring anything to the system. This is why the teas are there, to heal and detoxify the body at the same time. This changes the experience significantly. Not by feeding the body, but by reducing stress signals. Remember, your body is altering the food source and sweeping out the debris at the same time, and we can alleviate some of the stress by keeping our nutrients sufficient. What I can't stop raving about, and what surprises many people, is that the Breuss fasting method reduces hunger. Even though you are not eating solid food, hunger is often less intense on the Breuss method than the stricter fast is. In my case, I've never been hungry while fasting with the Breuss fasting method. Why? Because the body still receives minerals, micronutrients, and gentle signals of support by putting something into our stomachs. That often calms hunger signals, even while the body is burning fat and resting digestion. And for long fasts, the stability matters more than intensity. If by any chance the Breuss fasting method is not for you, there are other modified fasts out there. Some include broths, some include supplements, and some include multiple juices or additives. What I like about the Breuss fasting method is its simplicity. It was developed in the middle of the previous century, and it was designed to fight cancer. This information and the personal experiences backing up these claims have been enough to stick to the method without altering it. So I don't take any supplements or additives. I stick to the Breuss fasting suggestions and haven't been led astray since. Yet. And that's the reason I've been able to return to it again and again over the past 30 years. So why can we fast for multiple weeks at a time with this method? In my experience, the Breuss fasting method creates fewer emotional extremes. It reduces fatigue, decision fatigue. It supports calm routines and overall makes long fasts feel more livable. You won't be chasing energy highs or fighting constant lows. You will be settling into a rhythm. And rhythm is what carries people through weeks without eating. Now, I want to be clear about something. There is no best fasting method. There is only what fits your body, what fits your nervous system, and what fits your life. The Breuss method works for me because it emphasizes stability, gentleness, and cooperation. But don't be fooled. A water fast is much, much simpler to do. It takes less time to pour a glass of water than to juice all of the vegetable juices and cook a fresh batch of teas each day. Weigh all the pros and cons and see what works for you. Now, the Breuss fasting method is only one method out there. It may be exactly what you need, or it may simply be one option you understand better now. Let's solidify what we've learned in this video by completing the next action steps. Action step number 1. In your workbook, answer this honestly. What do I want most from my fasting method? Examples could be less hunger, more calm, fewer extremes, sustainability, detoxifying my body, or my favorite, ridding of disease. Write down all of your reasons. And then in action step number 2, complete this sentence. The Breuss method feels appealing to me because, and then you insert your answer. Or if it doesn't, then write down this sentence. The Breuss fasting method doesn't feel right for me because, and both answers are valid. If you want the full step-by-step details of the Breuss fasting method, exact ingredients, preparation, and quantities, I've made a separate dedicated video series just for that. Now, this series is about orientation and choice, not memorization. Now, in video number 17, we will get more specific again, but only where it makes sense. We'll talk about the vegetables and the herbal teas I used in the Breuss fasting method, why they are chosen, and how to think about them simply. You don't need to commit to a method today. You just need to understand your options. That's how confident fasting starts, not with rules, but with understanding. Stay with me in the series. Subscribe if you haven't already and hit that bell icon so you don't miss any videos. But most of all, use the workbook. You are preparing to be without food for several weeks, and we want the preparation to be thorough. You can do this. I'll see you in video number 17.